Hello! In this video we're going to be going through histograms. So this workpack is available to download on my website, so I will link that in the description box, but otherwise let's just get started. So this first question, we have a table showing the times taken by some student to complete a puzzle. So we need to draw a histogram to represent this information. So the key thing with histograms is when we plot them, we don't plot frequency, we plot something called the frequency density. And the frequency density is defined by the frequency divided by the class width. So the first thing we're going to need to do before we do anything is we're going to need to work out what the frequency density is for each of the classes. So I'm going to add a column to my table and it's going to be called the frequency density. So I'll put FD for short. So I'm going to work out the frequency density for each of them. So for the first one, we have between 0 and 10 a frequency of 8. So the frequency divided by the class width, so 8 divided by 10, that's going to be 0.8. So that's the first one. The second one, we're going to do 14 divided by 10 because between 10 and 20, there's 20 numbers, so there's 20 wide. So 14 divided by 10, that's going to be 1.4. The next one, we have 30 divided by 20 this time because the difference between 20 and 40 is 20, so that means the class width of that class is 20. So that's going to be 1.5. And then the next one, we're going to do 18 divided by 20, and that's 0.9. So now I've got my frequency densities. So the frequency density goes on the y-axis, so I'm going to put frequency density here, and the time goes along the x-axis. So I'm going to put time t minutes here. So now I'm going to plot the times so I can see I've got 12 boxes here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that tells me I can go up in 1. So I can have 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. So now what I need to do is I need to label my y-axis. So my y-axis has to go up to 1.5. So I can do 0.5, 1, 1.5, and I'll just label 2 there for completeness. So I'm going to say 0.5, 1.0, 1.5 and 2.0. So now I'm just going to plot them. So for the first one, my class is 10 wide and I go up to 0.8. So I go along to 10, up to 0.8, and 0.8 is here. So I'm just going to draw this bar like so. The next one I have between 10 and 20 and it should be 1.4 high. So I'm going to go up to 1.4, which is going to be here. And then I'm going to go between 10 and 20. So I'm going to go like this. The next one's between 20 and 40 and I'm going to go up to 1.5. So 1.5 is going to be here. And I'm going to go from 20 all the way to 40. And the last one is 40 to 60 and I'm going to go up to 0.9. So 0.9 is here and it's going to be from 40 all the way to 60. So that's my histogram. So that is the answer to the first question. This next question here, we have the masses of some parcels. Again, we need to draw a histogram. So what we need to do first, again, is work out the frequency densities for each of the masses. So I'm going to do that by doing the frequency divided by the class width. So I have frequency density, and then I'm going to work out what each of them are. So for the first one, I'm going to do frequency divided by class width. So in this case, it's 12 divided by 5, because between 0 and 5, there's 5. So 12 divided by 5, that's going to be 2.4. And then for the next one, we have 30 divided by 10, because between 5 and 15, there's 10. So that's going to be 3. The next one, I'm going to do 26 divided by 10, so that's going to be 2.6. And the next one, I'm going to do 40 divided by 25, which is going to be 1.6, so that one's going to be 1.6. And then the last one, I'm going to do 16 divided by 20, and that's going to be 0.8. So now I need to draw my histogram. So I need to go from 0 to 70 on the x-axis, and I need to go up to 3 on the y-axis. So if I'm going to go up to 3 on the y-axis, I could label it as every 2 boxes, I could be 1. So that could be 1.0, that could be 0.5, that could be 1.5, that could be 2.0, then we could have 2.5, and we could have 3.0. So those are the frequency densities I can plot. And I'm going to go from 0 to 70. So I have 0 here, and then I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. So I need to remember to label my axes, so that's very important. If you don't label the axes, you may not get all the marks. So on the y-axis, I have my frequency density, so I'm going to label that. And on my x-axis, I have the mass in kilograms, so I'm going to put mass kilograms. And then again, I'm just going to plot them. So for the first one, I need to go along to 5 and then up to 2.4. So I'm going to go along to 5, which is here. And I need to go up to 2.4. So 2.4 is going to be here, and I'm going to draw that bar like so. The next one, I'm going to go from 5 to 15 and up to 3. So 5 to 15, 15 is here, and I'm going to go all the way up to 3. So that's here. The next one, I'm going to go from 15 to 25 and then all the way up to 2.6. So 25 is here, and I need to go up to 2.6, and 2.6 is going to be over here. The next one, 25 to 50 is 1.6. So 1.6 is here, and I'm going to go from 25 to 50. So that's going to be here. And then the last one, 50 to 70, I'm going to go up to 0.8. So that's going to be over here. So that's my histogram. So that's that question all finished. This next question here, we have the histogram shows the distances travelled by some cyclists. We need to complete the table. So this time we're going the other way round. Rather than drawing the histogram, we need to use the histogram to complete the table. So when we have a histogram, to work out the frequencies, what we're going to do is work out the area of each of the bars. The bars are rectangles, and to work out the area of a rectangle, you simply do base times height. So this first one here, the base is going to be 10 and the height is 1.2. So the area of this one is 12, and therefore the frequency between 0 and 10 is going to be 12. The next one, the base is going to be from 10 to 25, so that's 15, and the height is 2.4, so 15 times 2.4, and that's going to be 36. So that's going to be 36 for this one. The next one is between 25 and 45, so that's 20 base, and the height is going to be 1.5, so 20 times 1.5 is going to be 30. And then the last one, from 45 to 60, the base is 15 and the height is 0.8. So 15 times 0.8 is going to give us 12. So that means the last one is 12. So that is that question complete. This next question here, we have the histogram showing the ages of people at a swimming club. We need to use the information to complete the table. So again, we need to complete the frequency. So we need to work out the areas of each of the bars. So for the first one, the base is 10 and the height is 0.9. So 10 times 0.9 is going to be 9. The next one, the base is 10 and the height is 2.1. So 10 times 2.1 is 21. The next one, the base is 5 and the height is 2.2. So 5 times 2.2 is going to be 11. The next one, the base is between 25 to 40, so that's 15, and then the height is going to be 1.2, so 15 times 1.2, that's going to be 18. And then the last one, the base is going to be 20, and the height is 0.5, so 20 times 0.5 is going to be 10. So that's the answer to that question. This next question here, we have the table shows times people waited at a restaurant. So we have the times and we have the frequencies. We need to use the histogram to complete the table, and vice versa. We then need to use the table to complete the histogram. So we can see from 0 to 10, we have a frequency of 6. So to work out what that's going to be on the histogram, I'm going to work out the frequency density. So the frequency density again is the frequency divided by the class width. So that's going to be 6 divided by 10, which is 0.6. So the first bar needs to go along from 0 to 10 and up to 0.6. So 0.6 is here. So I'm just going to draw a straight line like that, and that's the first bar. The next one, I need to work out what the frequency is between 10 and 20. So if the base is 10 and the height is 1.8, I'm going to do 10 times 1.8, and that's going to be 18. So that's 18 there. The next one, we're going from 20 to 40 and the frequency is 32. So I need to work out what the frequency density is by doing the frequency divided by the class width. So that's 32 divided by 20. 32 divided by 20 is going to give us 1.6. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to 1.6, which is going to be here. And we're going to go along and then down. And then the last one, from 40 to 60, we need to work out the area. So it's going to be 20 because the base is 20 and the height is 0.5. So 20 times 0.5 is going to be 10. So that is the answer to that question. The next part, we need to work out how many people waited for more than 30 minutes. So to do that, we need to work out the number of people waiting a time greater than 30 minutes. So we need to go along to 30 and we need to work out how many people there are beyond 30. So we know there's 10 people here, so we don't need to do anything there, but we need to work out the area of this new rectangle that I've just formed here. So the base is going to be 10 because it's between 30 and 40, and the height is 1.6. So 10 times 1.6 is 16. So the total number of people is going to be 16 plus 10, and 16 plus 10 is 26. So that is the answer to that question. This next question here, we have the histogram shows ages of people at a gym. 12 people are aged between 10 and 20. So we need to work out the probability that a randomly selected person is older than 45. So they've given us a piece of information. They've told us that 12 people are between 10 and 20. So that means that the area of this bar here is equal to 12. Now, if the base is 10, we don't know what the frequency density is, but we know the area is 12. So working backwards, if we do 12 divided by 10, that's going to give us 1.2. So now we can clearly see that the bars are going up in 1. So we have 1.0 and then it goes up in 2. So 1.0, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2.0. So that's going to be 2.0. And then we're going to have 3.0. We're going to have 4.0. We're going to have 5.0. And then the last one would be 6.0, but nothing's up there, so it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do, because we need to work out the number of people who are older than 45, I'm going to work out the area of each of the bars beyond 45. But because this question is specifically about probability, I'm going to need to know what the total frequency is anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and work out the area of each of the bars. So the area of the 20 to 40 bar, the base is 10 and the height is 4.6. So 10 times 4.6 is going to give us 46. So that means there's 46 people between 20 and 30. The next one we have between 30 and 50, so that's going to be a base of 20 and a height of 3. So that tells us that the area of this whole thing is 20 times 3, which is 60. We're actually interested in the area beyond from 40 to 50. So since that one is bang in the middle, we're just going to cut it in half. So there's 30 people here and there's 30 people here. This next bar, we need to work out the area of that. So the base is going to be 6 and the height is going to be 2. So 6 times 2, that's 12. This bar here, the base is going to be 24 and the height is 1. So 24 times 1 is 24. So we can work out the total number of people by adding up all the numbers. So we've got 12 plus 46 plus 60 plus 12 plus 24, and that gives us 154. And if we want to work out the total number of people who are older than 45, we're going to add up all of the numbers beyond 45. So I've just noticed that when I split it earlier, I actually split it in the wrong place, but that's okay, that doesn't matter. So what we're just going to do, I realise I split it at the 40 section, so I'm going to go ahead and change that to 45, but it doesn't make the numbers any different to what we've done so far, but I'm just going to split it further over here. So we have 45, so again I need to split that one in half, so it's going to be 15 and 15. So there's 15 people here and there's 15 people here. So to work out the number of people who are older than 45, I'm going to do 15 plus 12 plus 24, and that's going to be equal to 51. So the probability that a randomly selected person is older than 45 is going to be equal to 51 over 154. So that's the answer to this question, and excuse the mistake. So this next question here, we have a histogram showing the time spent by students revising. We need to work out an estimate for the median. So median, we should know, means middle. So we want to know the time taken by the middle student. Now, in order to answer this question, we need to know how many students there are in total. So I need to go ahead and work out the total number of students to then work out what the middle one would be. And then we're going to try and locate where that person is exactly. So for this bar here, I have 20 times 0.5. So 20 times 0.5, that's 10. For this bar here, I have 20, and then I'm going to times it by whatever this number is. So I can see we're going up, every 2 represents 0.1. So that's going to be 1.1, that's going to be 1.2, that's going to be 1.3, that's going to be 1.4, and then we have 1.5. So it's 20 times 1.2, and 20 times 1.2 is 24. The next one we have 20, and I can see that's going to be 1.6. So 20 times 1.6 is 32. And then the last one we have 40 times 0.6. So that's 0.6 there. So 40 times 0.6, that's going to be 24. So the total number of people is going to be 10 plus 24 plus 32 plus 24. And that's going to be equal to 90. The median is the middle student, so we're actually looking for the 45th student. So now the aim of the game is to work out where the 45th student is. So we can see the first 10 students are in here, then the next 24 students are here, so that's now 34 students in total. And then we have another 32 students in here. So if I add 32 to 34, we get 65. So that tells me that somewhere in this group here is the 45th student. So if I just draw that bar out, so it's between the 40 and the 60th one. So we have between 40 and 60, and we know that we have 32 people in this bar. So if I just imagine splitting this bar 32 ways, I'm not going to draw 32 lines because that's going to take a long time. But just imagine we've split this into 32 people. So what we're actually doing is we're trying to locate the 45th person. So that's not the 45th person in this bar because this bar only has 32 people anyway. We're actually looking for the 11th person in this bar because we can see up until this point here, we have 34 people. So the 45th person is going to be the 11th person within this bar. So what we need to do is we need to split it 32 ways because there's 32 people in this bar. And then we need to multiply by 11 because we're looking for the 11th person. So if we imagine doing 60, take away 40, that's 20. That means this class is 20 wide. So we're going to share those 20 by my 32 people. So 20 divided by 32, that's going to be 0.625. So each person represents an extra 0.625 minutes. So because we're looking for the 11th person, I'm going to do 11 times 0.625, and that's equal to 6.875. So that tells us that the 11th person is 6.875 minutes into that bar, but the bar starts at 40. So to work out what the actual median is, I need to do 40 plus 6.875, and that's going to be 46.875. So what I'm going to do is just round that to the 1 decimal place. So I'm going to say 46.9. So the answer to this question is 46.9 minutes. That's a little bit complicated. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another one to see if you understood. So This question here, we have the histogram showing some lengths of some fish. So we have to once again work out what the median is. So the first thing I'm going to do is work out what the total number of fish is. So for this bar here, I'm going to do 10 times 0.4. 10 times 0.4 is 4. This bar here, I'm going to do 10 times 2.2. 10 times 2.2 is 22. This bar here, I'm going to do 20 times 1.6, so that's going to be 32. And then this bar here, I'm going to do 10 times 0.9, so that's going to be 9. So the total number of people is going to be 4 plus 22 plus 32 plus 9. And if I work that out, I end up with 67. So the median person is going to be the middle person. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 67 by 2 and round up. So 67 divided by 2 is going to be 33.5. So I'm going to look for the 34th person. So the first 4 people are in here. So it's not in that bar. The next 22 people are in here. So now we have 26 people. So the 34th person I can see is going to be somewhere within this bar. So this bar contains 32 people and the 34th person is going to be somewhere in that bar. So what I need to do is I need to draw out this bar, and this bar goes from 20 to 40. So there's 32 people in this bar, so I need to imagine splitting 20 to 40 32 times. So to work out what each individual person represents, I'm going to do 40 take away 20 and then divide that by 32 to work out what each little increment is. So 40 take away 20 is 20 and 20 divided by 32 is going to be 0.625. Again, okay, that's nice, that's like last time. So each individual increment is worth 0.625. So we need to locate the 34th person. So there's 26 people up until this point. So the 34th person is going to be the 8th person in this bar. So we can see we need to go 8 increments in. So I'm going to do 8 times 0.625 to work out how many we need to go. So 8 times 0.625 is going to be 5. And then I'm going to plus 5 to the lower bound because it's 5 into that bar. So 20 plus 5, which is 25. So the median of this histogram is going to be 25. This next question here, we have the histogram shows the time students spend exercising. We need to work out an estimate for the mean. So to work out the mean from a histogram, we kind of need a frequency table because we need to use the method where we do the midpoint times the frequency, add them all up, add the frequencies all up and divide them by each other. So I'm going to draw up a table. So firstly, what I need is the frequencies for each of the intervals. So from 0 to 20, I'm going to do 20 and I'm going to times that by 0.8. So 20 times 0.8, that's 16, so that's 16 for that one. This next one, that's 20 times 1.5, and 20 times 1.5 is 30. The next one, we have 20 times 2.1, so 20 times 2.1, that's 42. And the last one, we have 100 times 0.9, so 100 times 0.9 is 90. So to work out the mean from a group frequency table, we need to work out the midpoints for each one. So if I work out the midpoints, that midpoint is going to be the representative for each class. So 0 to 20, that's 10, 20 to 40, that's 30, 40 to 60, that's 50, 60 to 100, that's 80. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out the frequency times the midpoints for each one to work out what the total time is for each one. So 10 times 16, that's 160, so that means 160 minutes. 30 times 30, that's 900. 50 times 42, that's 2,100. And then 90 times 80, that's 7,200. So I'm going to work out the totals by adding them. So I'm going to do 160 plus 900 plus 2,100 plus 7,200. And that's going to be 10,360. So now the total frequency is what all of the frequencies added up is, so I need to add these up to work out the total number of students. So 16 plus 30 plus 42 plus 90, that's going to give me 178. So to work out the mean, I'm going to divide them, so 10,360 divided by 178, and that's equal to 58.2 minutes. So I do have another video already on finding the mean from a grouped frequency table. So if you're unfamiliar with how to do that, I do have another video if that would help. But yeah, so the answer to this question is 58.2. So that was the last question I have on histograms. So thank you so much for watching. If you found that useful, I have a load of other resources available to download on my website for free. So feel free to have a look at those. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye.